for this.
What are you doing in that room? Open the darn door.
Why? You don't care about me. All you care about is your men.
Look, girl, that is not your business. And speaking of man, I need you to be gone before my man come. Don't you have to go to school or something? Open this door.
Some kind of parent. But I'll be gone in a minute.
Open this door. Wait till you get out of there. You ain't ready to get out and go? What's wrong with you? Ever since you've been born, you've been a problem. You've been not... I can't do what I want to do. Ever since you've been born, you've been a problem. What is wrong with you?
You act like I asked to be born.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have had you then.
Well, you don't care anyways. I'm going to school.
Look, girl. Girl, look at that old girl over there. She always come to school all
Girl, who
mad.
you talking about?
I'm talking about you.
What's up then?
What's
You want to
up?
talk about it, be about it.
What's up? What's up? Mama care about me. Shamika, you always fighting. You always getting into something. Go to the office. Just go to the office.
All y'all serious? A problem? Y'all don't know me. Y'all judge me all the time. I don't do anything. And I'm being judged. Really?
Shamika, I don't have time for this. Go to the office. Just go to the office. Hey, Shamika. You back in here again? You back in here. It's just the start of the new school year, Shamika. Last year you were suspended, and I don't understand. I'm not getting it. You know, this is the new start of the school year, and you in the office already. What is wrong with you?
Y'all always judge me because of what y'all think. I'm a problem in school. So, you guys. So your easy fix is to suspend me to get rid of the problem.
Well, I'm not saying I'm going to suspend you. It's just your behavior has been outrageous, Shamika. And, you know, if you do things that causes harm to someone or something, then it is grounds for suspension.
But it's not fixing me because no one wants to see me. No one wants to see what's trying to get past my problems because it's too much for them. Miss P, I did not ask to be here, but I'm here. And because I was not born into a perfect family, I was raised by some imperfect parents. Which probably is not their fault because they had to be taught when they were coming up. It's like a circle. But because of upbringing and how I was taught, I am now the result of this. My parents treat me as if it's my fault I was born.
Well, I didn't know all of this was going on, Shamika. I mean, these are things, that's why we have counselors. You know, you confide in the counselors. And if you feel that the counselors are not doing what they need to do, or you feel that the teacher is not seeing, you know, your problem, or you're not, you know, you have to be open though. You have to let me know. If you can't let anybody else know, you come to me and you let me know what's your problem. I mean, I understand that you've gone through some things at home, and I know, you know, maybe you don't know how to cope with it. I don't know, but for me to help you, you have to tell me.
It's like I'm making it an inconvenience for them to do what they want to do. But I come to school hoping that at least one teacher or someone could see me and not see my problems. Just to take time to go past my problems to get to know the real me. Maybe I'm acting this way for attention. the kind of attention I need to help me fix my real problem so that I can exceed. But the question is, who will want to take their time to help someone that's not a part of their family? Who may be just another waste of time? Of course it's going to be, of course it's not going to be easy getting through my walls, but at least try. Suspending me is not helping, or passing me over will not help me. I come from a broken home to this school. Y'all are the second adults I look up to, who I feel I could help me, but I get none of that.
Well, why? Well, why you feel like you get none of that though, Shamika? I mean, the teachers. Are you telling the teachers what's wrong with you or something, or are you opening up or something? I can't say why the teachers are not paying attention to you, or not seeing past your problems. I can't answer to that. But what I can say is I am here for you if you let me be here for you. You have to open up to me and let me be here for you, because I want to see. I don't want to judge your cover. I want to be one of those people to stop and see past your cover. I want to know your story.
So now I'm leaving school with no help. It's pushing me into the world with more anger and hurt. Because if I can't get in from home, then the people who's supposed to see me and teach me fail to do that. To do both. My next step is prison, which will do nothing for me. Please make me understand why we as kids sometimes are passed over because y'all see us as a waste of time and a problem to society.
Well, I don't see you as a problem to society. I see you as a young girl trying to find her way and has gone through so much problems in her life, in her young life. I don't see you as a problem. I'm here to help you, and I wish that my staff can do the same. But I'll speak to the teachers that you claim that's not helping you, and we're gonna talk about it. But for right now, Shamika, I want you to understand that you cannot hurt and fight because you can't.
She was talking about me. Why everything is always about me? She was saying stuff about me first.
Okay, I understand that, but there are ways to cope with your anger. There are ways to cope with your anger, and I want you to understand that. And fighting is not one of those ways. And I know maybe you have gone through, maybe you had to do that at home. Maybe you had to fight at home. I don't know, with your siblings, your family. I don't know, but at the same time, I want you to learn how to cope with all this anger and all of this hurt that you have, because I want to see you excel. I want to see you do good in school and in society. Okay?
Can you see past my problems? Try to see me. And I know it will take some of your time, but I'm just asking.
I'm going to try. I am willing to try to see past your cover. I don't want to see you as a problem child. Okay? So we're going to work it out. Okay? It's going to be okay, but you got to be open to me, okay? And I'm so sorry that you're going through what you're going through at home. And us as principals and teachers, I mean, we always say that it starts from home, but now I see that your home is broken. So with it being broken, you can't carry on the way you should as a young girl. I see that now. And because you're asking for help, and you don't want to be judged, just by your cover, I'm here for you. Okay? So we're gonna work it out, and I'm gonna call in a counselor, and we're gonna all get together, and we're gonna find out a plan to help you. Okay? And you're gonna get past your problem. You're gonna get past your pain, and I'm sorry for what you're going through at home. Okay? We're gonna reach out to your parents, and we're gonna see if we can help them as well. Okay? Because since it started at home and we need them on board on our team, we all need to just get together and talk about it so we can know how to help you, okay? All right, so you go ahead on back to class. I don't want to take no more of your instruction time.
Thank you, Miss P.
You're welcome, my darling. Hello, everybody. I want to give you guys a little FYI about the making of this skit because I don't want anyone to take it and run with it the wrong way. The purpose is to give a visual reenactment of what these kids go through behind the scenes. We judge by the covers all the time, and not by the stories. So I wanted to do this so it'll give you some kind of understanding of what these kids may be suffering behind the scenes, the things that we don't know or we don't see or they won't allow us to know. These are the things that they keep hidden from us because either they are in fear they're going to get in trouble or they are afraid of getting their parents in trouble. Although it comes from home, these kids still love their parents. I did this to inspire all principals, teachers, community leaders, paraprofessionals, everybody, including parents. I did this to inspire you guys to let's stop judging these kids by the cover, by their cover, because on their covers, I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of kids covers filled with violence and anger and bullying and whatnot, but we don't never really see their stories. And some of those stories are filled with neglect, abuse, abandonment, sexual assault. It's a lot that these kids may be holding on to, and we do not know this. But yet we judge by the covers because they're bad and we don't have time for it. And yes, they do interrupt class time. They do take away from learning of others who wants to learn. I understand that, but that does not make these kids lesser than the next person that needs to learn. It's my personal opinion. I feel for us to be able to help these kids, we have to meet them where they are. We have to listen, assist, and refer if need be. And when I say listen, we have to listen to them. We have to be open-minded. Of course, they're not where we want them to be, but we have to start where they are, and that's listening, giving them that trust, from us, that we can listen, with an open mind and an open heart and with compassion. And when I mention assist, I mean assist them in ways that, for instance, helping them learn how to cope with their anger, or finding different type of programs for these kids to get into and to get involved in, is a major importance, in their lives. Because with these kids with no programs or no anything to do, they will reflect back on violence. If that's all they know and they have nothing else to intervene with that, then that's what we're gonna get. And when I say refer, I mean refer them to people who can help further, because we are not doctors, and we don't want to pretend to be or give any diagnosis. So in that aspect, we need to refer them to the right people, that will be able to help them. And yes, it looks like, they are far gone. I get all of that. I hear this so much. These kids are so far gone. We can't help them. I'm tired. I'm this. I'm that. And yes, it may look that way, but as principals and teachers and community leaders and parents and just people, in the community, we are the only people who can attempt to break the cycle of losing our kids. And I feel to believe we say it starts at home, and it does. Of course, a child have to be raised and taught right in order to be right. And then even sometimes we can teach our children the best way we know how, teach them on great values and all this other stuff, and they still rebel. They still go left, because of course you got to keep in mind these kids have influencers. And if those influencers are more powerful than what we tell our kids, then they're gonna win. But we just have to stay strong and just keep reiterating, keep reapplying what we've taught and whatnot. And the third, we cannot give up. But again, we are the people that can come together and fix this problem. We can't just say it comes from home, and here we have a child coming to school with a broken home. I mean, have all these things going on with this child that we have no knowledge of, but we expect them to come and sit in a classroom and participate like the child on the side of them who wants to learn and wants to succeed and wants to excel. But yet that child has none of the problems that the we call the problem child has. So we can't expect that. So with that being said, even in our schools, we need to find things that could be put in place for what you call these problematic children, because they need to learn as well. And the problem comes from home, and it's no fault of their own, because of course they did not ask to be born. They didn't ask to be here. So of course, they're gonna act the way they were raised. Of course, it's not our jobs to be their parent, because they already have parents. But it's our job to notice when there's a problem, stop to listen and to assist and refer that child, because of course that child don't know what he or she needs to do or how to handle the situation that they're going through. We don't know that. But as adults, as caring adults, as compassionate adults, these are the things that we should do. But I'm not going to keep you long. I just wanted to send you this message, and I wanted you to understand the purpose of the skit. And it's a skit, but this happens in real life, guys. This happens in real life. These are what these kids are experiencing behind closed doors, y'all. So if we want to say it starts from home, and of course if home is broken, we are the second line of defense. Here's why we come in to help these kids at least try to find themselves, or find some kind of common understanding as to what's going on and how they can cope with it. But if we just pass them by and don't take the time, then they will move on to the prison system. Once they get to the prison system, I mean, there's nothing that can help them, from that point on, because they've developed a record, felony record or whatnot. So we are the second line of defense from the end. So we need to step up our game, y'all. We need to come together, and we need to find programs in our schools to help these people, help these kids cope and learn. We need to find programs to implement in our communities to help these kids, veer away from the violence and the drugs and the gangs and the killings and all of that. We have to find programs. We cannot just sit and complain. We cannot wait until it's one of our kids to say, oh, well, something should be done. Well, yes, something should be done, but let's do it now. Let's not wait until another child loses their life to get there and say, we need to do something. There needs to be a change. Well, yes, it needed to be a change a long time ago. But if we keep saying it and not doing it, then we are in the same place. We are going to stay in the same place. We are going to stay in the same place. We're never going to move. For anything to improve, we have to put forth an effort to making it better. And if the effort is not placed or not done, then we get nothing. All we get is sitting down worrying about if it's going to be our child next, or if it's going to be our family member next. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. Let's stop passing on these kids and judging them by their covers because they're bad or they're a problem to society, or we don't see them having no kind of luck in changing. No, enough of that, y'all. Let's get together and do what we need to do for these kids, because if the kids are our future, how can they be our future if all they know is violence? All they know is killing and drug dealing. They can't be our future. They can't help us when we get older. They cannot help us because they're not gonna know how. They're not gonna know how, people. So let's get together and do this thing right, y'all. Let's stop judging the covers of these kids and start listening to their stories. Let's listen, assist, and refer. So I'm done with my message, and I am so glad you guys came in and watched this skit. I hope it's motivational. I hope it's inspirational. I hope it touches some parents, some people, some principals, some teachers. I just hope it touches everyone around the world to make a change so we can stop losing our kids, y'all. We're losing them by the numbers. Let's start and get together and do this thing right. God bless, and y'all have a good day.